Hey everybody, I just came to make a quick video. I've been trying to make this video for the longest. I initially put the brows on camera, and what happens? Life happens. That's what happens. So I'm just gonna, show you a quick update to my routine on what I do to get out the door. Now the talk through version is a little bit longer, so don't feel like I'm like going to prom every day of my life. It's not what it is. It's just, it's longer because I like to talk to y'all. So, okay, brows are on. There'll be a tutorial on the brows if you have any questions. They look a little strong right now, but they'll even out here and everything will balance out in a minute. So I've got a little almond concealer from LA Girl on the back of my hand right now. I have primed with the Amazing Cosmetics primer. Boom, baby. It's anti-aging, it's hydrating. That does not replace your moisturizer, boo. It does not replace your moisturizer, but it helps in your hydration game. I'm oily, but the season is changing. This just gives me a little moisture lock and a little smoothed out perfection, which I love. So let's keep this train moving, shall we? I am going to use my Tarte brush and my, if you're wondering why I'm moving so fast, my son is asleep, y'all, and I have to get this video in while I can. He's not yet 2, and he likes electronics. So let's move on, shall we? Oh, Kiss Beauty BB Cream, medium to dark. If you want to know more about what I'm already there, I'm using my big, huge Tarte brush. It's the airbrushed Tarte brush. Also going over my eyelids just a little bit, just to kind of take a little bit of the discoloration out. Finishing up what's on my hand by patting that under eye and blending out. And I'm going to take a little bit of that concealer that's on the back of my hand, that almond concealer. I'm using my 4th finger and I'm going to dab it in there. Okay, let's see. And I'm just going to apply that underneath my eye in a triangle shape. This concealer is a couple of shades lighter, and in this lighting, because I have a really cool toned light, I'm going to look crazy for a minute, but don't worry, there'll be pictures afterwards. So that way you don't feel like, this chick needs to get her life together. She just came out looking ashy. That's all it is. I promise you, it's not ash. Boom. See how that highlight is hitting it? It's already giving me like a little bit of a natural contour. You see it right there? Oh, snap. So we'll do a little bit of that. I'm going to squeeze this tube a little bit and just apply straight from the tube. I had some on the back of my hands because I was using it for my brow too. And I'm going to use it on my eyelids. Generally, oh, I got a little bit more than I wanted. Generally throughout the day, I don't wear shadow on a normal day. I don't have time for it. It's not that I don't love eyeshadow. It's just I don't have time for it. So I got a little extra. Instead of wiping it off, I'm going to use that for my eyelid. It was good. It was getting ready to happen anyway. So I feel like we just progressed faster than we wanted to. That's all. And if you notice, sorry, it's my mirror, y'all. If you notice, I'm not pulling it all the way back. My face is wide enough as it is, as I have a round face. So pulling that lighter shade back like that, all that's going to succeed in doing is making my face look wider. So I'm not about that life, so I'm not going to do that. So I stop it right here at the edge of the eye and blend it out so that way it just kind of dissipates. You like my meteorology words? Dissipates. Now, and you see I'm patting my finger. That way it doesn't shear out the coverage of the concealer. So you don't have to use more if you're patting. If you're rubbing that guy down, then it's just going to shear it out, and then you're going to feel like your concealer doesn't work. When in actuality, your concealer might be exactly what you need, but you're just shearing it out. So your concealer knows how to love you. Sometimes we just don't know how to love it back. See that? How that just kind of brightens the eyes up? I know. The lighting, I just look ashy. I got you, boo. I got you. Promise you I'm not going to stay looking ashy. Just a little bit more, and I have like scoops here, so I concentrate a little bit more concealer there and in the inner corner of my eye so that way I don't look dark. See right there in the scoop. Pat that out. I use very thin amounts of concealer. That way I can blend it out and really make it look seamless. Take my big brush back again. I'm going to blend right around the edges. Pat right here on the eye itself. Blend around the edges. That way it becomes seamless. I know, looking light. We're going to get there, kids. We're on our way to the promised land. So now I'm going to take my Cover FX N110 powder, and this one's a little bit more neutral than I need in my life, so I'm going to mix it with a little bit of the, that's not it, sienna powder from Ben Nye. I love the Ben Nye powders because they're super translucent. N110 and that sienna. And I love the Cover FX powder because it's a mineral powder, free of the 5 inflammatories, no mineral oils, no glutens, no talcs, no fragrance, no parabens. So basically you're getting tinted air that you're putting on your face. It's the safest, most pigmented powder that you could wear. So if you're looking for something super natural, super good for your skin, it's not going to irritate your face, more than likely you need to be in Cover FX. So if you're like, your eyes still didn't come down up underneath, boo, that's because I'm going to take Topaz powder from Ben Nye, and I'm going to do that underneath my eyes. Pat that there, let it bake, put it on the my eyelid as well. So that's going to be our faux shadow. Taking just a little bitty concealer brush from Bare Minerals. There is a setting underneath the eyes. I like to set with a different color. You could just do your face color all over if you want to. But if you still want to look like a little bit bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, then you definitely want to take that setting powder, that lighter color, and go under and do that. Now, everybody's like, banana, banana. And I do like the Ben Nye banana powder. But it's a little too much for me on an everyday basis. You know, I'm going on an everyday basis. You know, I just want to be regular, everyday flawless, like an attainable level of flawlessness. Like I could probably, when you see people, you want them to still be jealous of what you've done. Like, oh man, you see her? She looks so good. I could do that. But in the back of their mind, they're like, can I do that? That's what you want right there. You know what I mean? That is what you want. I just want a little bit of highlight, then I'll just throw a little extra powder on there and let it sit. That's what the baking process is. And then, you know, it's basically like mattifying your life and just melding into your skin and really getting to know it and really setting up shop, okay? It's like moving into your skin and becoming like a Velcroed element. But I don't always have time to do it for a very long period of time. You really want to go for at least 5 minutes. Sometimes I don't have 5 minutes. Okay. Next, let's put on a little bit of a warm tone color. Now, if you're a light skin or a Caucasian beau, then I would say that you want to use your bronzer for this step. I cannot find my bronzer because black people do bronze. I cannot find my bronzer. So the same color that's in my brows is actually going to be my face color, and it's going to be my mid-tone color for my eyes. The same color that you bronze with, light skin, fair boos, that's the same thing that you're going to want to use as like your mid-tone crease color because it ties these things in together and just makes it look like it naturally happens. It's a cohesive element because it shows up in more than one place, you know. It's kind of like when you look through someone's pictures and you want to see if they really look like their profile picture or if that was a fluke. And, you know, you go through their tagged pictures because that's something that you can't really control because other people took those pictures and tagged you in them, you know, so it may not be your best you, but that's how you see if, you know, you're looking for cohesiveness. You're looking for similarities. And that's what that is doing in your face. It's being your similarity. Because it exists in more than one place. You know, your flawlessness existed in more than one picture. So clearly that must be you. So I'm using this color to warm me up all around my forehead. I'm using it all through my cheeks, kind of almost like a blush or a transition color for some of you that really, you know, get in there and do that eyeshadow work. I love eyeshadow. I just don't have time for it on an everyday basis. Going down the sides by your ears because if your ears are super light back there, it gives you away. So we're kind of using this as a transition color. That way when I lay my contour down, it's already pretty much pre-blended. So you don't really have to do so much work in blending out your contour when all of this is done. Okay. So that was Red Wine from Sephora Collection. That's an eyeshadow that I use as a warm tone color. We're also going to take that same color and put it through the crease zone real quick. That way it makes it look like you're wearing eyeshadow when really, I mean, is it a shadow? Yes. But did you have a whole look going on? No. So I'm just taking that and putting that in the right above my socket zone, because the way my socket folds over, it just doesn't look right putting it right in there, and it shuts the eye off. Like, I want my eyes to be big, doe-eyed, and just like, oh my god, like, I didn't even know that could happen. Really? Like, that's what I want. I want big doe eyes. So because of that, I move it up slightly above my crease, like that, and I angle it towards my brow. That way I don't cut off the inside of the eye and make it look smaller. Same thing happening here. So now I'm going to take my darker color, and this is called Bewitched from Sephora collection. It's also an eyeshadow, and I'm using it as my contour with an e.l.f. small tapered brush. Love that guy. I'm not going to do a whole lot to it. I'm just going to take it and go from my ear right here. Well, honestly, I do mine up a little higher. So I'm going to take it from my, so basically the top of your ear is basically where that happens. Top of my ear, and just cutting that down in a diagonal. Now, I like taking mine up a little higher because my face is chubby, y'all. So I'm trying to slim where I can, baby. Until the diet really starts moving my face along, I will take off my pounds of my contour. So I'm bringing that in towards the face line, and I have like a smile line here, so in towards my mouth, basically. See how that sharp contour is, and we're already kind of blended out because I already have the other color there. So all I have to do is just push that color up slightly. We're going up and not back and forth because you don't want it to fall down and end up with a 5 o'clock shadow. It's not what you want, boo. You just want a contour. Do I have time to do the contour part every day? No, but I at least put on that color to warm me up. That way it's kind of like suggesting contour. See that? It's kind of bringing me in a little bit. So I use my deepest point, my darkest point back here at the hairline to the scoop, to the mole, basically. So that way it's giving me the depth that I'm looking for. And then I blend up. Like so. Sometimes I feel like the contour gets a little heavy, gets a little crazy. I just take whatever's left on that brush from the baking, and I just go under and highlight with it. It cleans up your lines. See a little bit of lines? I don't really like a harsh contour because I want to look soft, and my complexion, I might do 1,000 different things with the rest of my face, but I want my complexion to look soft and as natural as humanly possible. So now I'll take what's left of the setting powder from the face, and I'll go through and wipe underneath my eyes. Just like that. Just like that. Don't ask me what that was because I honestly couldn't even tell you. I mean, I can't even tell you. I like a little setting spray so I don't look powdery and weird. Sometimes things can get a little too powdery and a little too weird. So I'm going to take my Urban Decay All Nighter and spray my face. Yes, I used the setting powder already, so my face is technically set. This is extra insurance just to make sure that it kind of comes down a bit and I look like a regular person. You can use eyeliner if you want. I don't always. Sometimes I might put a little bit in my tight line, which is underneath the eye, so they look super deep and luscious and amazing. But I don't always have time for that. But I will. Alright, so I had to go put some lashes on in my life. Me and lashes just go together. It just is a better look for me. So I like to take a little bit of liner. I'm using Brown Suede from Jordana. And I love a nude lip, especially for the daytime. That's what I'm pretty much always in, is a nude lip. So I'm going to line my lips. And I'm going to use, I believe this is Ooh La La from LA Girl. They're matte lipsticks. are the way. I love them. They're velvet mattes, but they're hydrating, so your lips don't look ashy when you're done and dry. Oh wow, is right, Aiden. So I go all over where the line is. Blend out. But this basically my life in makeup. There'll be pictures at the end. That way y'all can see like I'm not ashy. And you see my face and body match. My neck is a little darker. Dark skin girl problems. Not all of us, but some of us. So then I would just take my brush my hair out. If you're wondering, it's Diamond Virgin hair that was dyed by the bestest. My hairstylist, my cousin Candace. Okay, and this is the end of it. This is my everyday face tutorial. If you have any questions, any concerns, you want to see more or less of something, or if you have a specific look that you want me to do, let me know. Rate, comment, and subscribe down below. Ooh, yeah. So if you love me and you love the tutorial, or if you like me and you like, I'm going to give you another shot, boo. This is what I want to see. If you want to give me another shot, please do rate, comment, and subscribe. Please, please, please rate, comment, and subscribe, babies. You see that? See that? Getting my life right. But thank you for joining me for this video. It means the world to me that you would even watch my videos. Bye, everyone. See you soon.